5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hello and welcome everyone to Truth of Beer and Consequences.
Woot woot. I guess it's my job today.
Hello, woot woot. Yeah, I guess it needs to be your job today.
It does.
Yeah, because we are missing one of our we are missing a conduit.
A conduit, yes.
A conduit, yes. One of our reoccurring guests is not present today.
Mm-hmm. Does that mean we get to pick his NFL team? Or do we just call him?
We'll
figure that out later.
Figure it out.
Yeah, we'll
figure it out. Welcome to Truth, Beer, and Consequences. This is a podcast where my co-host and I listen to and watch all the Cincinnati-based craft beer media from the previous week. We get together to podcast host, and today we are back at High Gravity Summit Park.
Is that good?
Yeah, good job.
I mean, I've got to figure out how to fill the space.
Right. Thank you, Higher Gravity, for being a gracious podcast host. My name is Marco. I am in the craft beer alcohol space.
You're in the alcohol space. I think that's
I'm in the alcohol space here in Cincinnati. I did brew beer for several years, and done a lot of other things in the hospitality industry as well.
And you're damn good at it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I normally would introduce said conduit for Cincinnati craft beer at this point. However, they are not here.
You know, he threatened last week like he's just not showing up today, and we all thought that he was kidding because that's just what he does. Yeah, I'm not going to be here, and he's actually not here. Yeah. You know what? We can put on a damn good show without him.
We're going to try. We'll see how it goes.
Listeners, let us know if our show absolutely sucks without the Gnome, or if Marco and I are able to pull off a semi-entertaining.
So after I introduce you, that voice that you are listening to right now, that second voice belongs to the best co-host in podcast idea.
I am Julia, and there is probably nothing better than getting handed an ice-cold glass of Casamigos tequila by one of the best regulars here at Higher Gravity Summit Park.
Mm-hmm.
It's damn good.
I won't say his name.
Yeah, right. I don't know if you know.
Yeah, we don't need to say his name.
Well, we don't know if he wants to be like publicized. No, that's not right.
You don't want to be put in the potosphere.
Exactly.
So, let's see. The thoughts and opinions on this podcast are ours and ours alone. They do not reflect any entity which we may be affiliated with, such as full-time jobs, part-time jobs, third jobs, higher gravity, volunteer opportunities, anything reflective of the unemployment system.
You don't get paid for this, so I don't know how that would. Anyway.
Yeah. I certainly don't get paid for this.
No. How much money have we lost in the 4 years we've been doing this?
Thousands.
Billions of dollars.
Yeah.
Billions, probably.
Maybe. Slight
exaggeration, possibly.
The billions might be a slight exaggeration.
Maybe.
The thousands might not be. It's 4 years. I mean.
Yeah. And how many beers do we go through each show that we pay for?
Not counting. Nobody's counting. Nobody's judging.
Nope.
No counting, no judging.
No, absolutely not. We're just having fun.
Yeah. All right. So that, with that out of the way.
Yes.
We're not like those fake ass podcasts out there.
And you know who you are.
You don't really drink beer on the podcast.
Nope.
All you guys and gals out there doing 2.5 hour podcasts and sipping on like a fourth of a bottle of Maine lunch or something like that bullshit. And not the beer's bullshit, but your claims of drinking. Oh, we're drinking here. No, you're not. No, you're not. Bullshit.
And speaking of not actually drinking, I have a comment about a theory that I have on that for one of the shows we're going to talk about today.
Okay.
Which I brought this up last week, I believe, but 2 weeks in a row.
Is it a theory or is it a hypothesis?
Are they not the same?
They are not.
Okay. So tell me the difference so that I can know.
No, I can't.
Okay.
So one.
No, I think it's a theory because the hypothesis. I'm not actually trying to prove anything. I'm just making stuff up. I'm making a reckless speculation.
Reckless speculation. Yes. I believe a hypothesis actually has to have scientific data.
Right. Yeah, and I don't have that. So it's purely a theory / reckless speculation.
Yeah. Okay. Very good.
Yes. So since we're not like those fake ass podcasts, Marco, what's in your glass today?
I have the house beer, which is made by BC's Brewing Company.
Hell yeah.
Which I happen to be repping a hat for today.
You do. It's a great looking hat.
Thanks.
Yeah.
and it's they call it a citrus wheat. So I'm assuming it's a citrus wheat.
There you go. I mean,
Tasty
that's what they
beverage.
say. Yep, very much so. I am having the same. I'm almost done with mine. So my second drink that I will be starting once this one is done is something brand new to the shelves, brand new to the city. It is Rhinegeist Ghost Pills. They're non-alcoholic Pilsner.
Okay.
I've had their Ghost Haze, the non-alcoholic hazy IPA. It's all right. It's decent. It still definitely does not taste like a regular beer, but for what is out there, I'm not unhappy with it at all.
I am going to just throw out a recommendation.
Yes.
I would recommend you drink that before you finish the other beer.
Okay, I can do that.
The reason I say that is because as a non-alcoholic beer warms up, it doesn't taste great. And I don't know if it's a fair representation for what it is if you drink it
that's fair.
warmer.
Okay, so it's not bad. I feel like the flavor disappears very quickly once you swallow.
Okay.
It still has a bit of that, just that non-alcoholic beverage taste. But if I was handed this, or if I was looking for something non-alcoholic to drink and I wanted a beer and not a soda, a tea, water, what have you,
Yeah.
this is local. So I would absolutely go for this over something else. We've said a billion times, I think it's just so hard to try to make a non-alcoholic beverage taste like an alcoholic beverage. But Rhinegeist and the contract brewer that they're working with for this, because they have made no secret about this is contract brewed for them.
Right.
But they've been very involved with the recipe and making sure it meets their quality expectations and their standards. It's fine. To use a very Gnome term, it's a fine beer.
Yeah,
or
it's
fine
fine.
non-beer.
Yeah,
Near
it's fine.
beer. Fine whatever in the world you want to call it. But yeah, I do, as I drink this, because I am a slow drinker, it is going to warm up by the time I'm finished, so I will let you know if it changes for the negative.
Julia's zebra striping.
Hell yeah, I am.
There you go.
Yes, and then of course we still have a bit of our delicious tequila.
Tequila.
Kind of sip on to like. Can you three stripe? Is it still zebra striping if you're doing multiple alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages? How does that work?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe
I
we
don't
should
know, it's
ask
just-
Bret and Mike.
Yeah, we could.
They know all about
We
zebra
could.
striping.
We
Yeah,
could.
yeah.
Did they ever email you back?
No.
Okay.
And they still have not answered any of the questions that I emailed them. They did take into, and I think that a couple people even mentioned this in the chat, so this was not by any means something that my email to them brought about. But I had mentioned, as again, many other people in the chats during the live stream,
As many
hey,
people
when
did.
when you go live, can you wait like 15, 30 seconds before you actually start the show to give people time to see the notification and to bring up
Yeah,
the video.
to log in.
That's it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just a couple seconds to let us join, so we're not missing anything. And they are doing that. I think Mike is still very confused about that. It seems the shows we have to talk about today are Barstool Perspective,
Yep.
Cincy Brew Dads,
Cincy Brew Dads.
Drinking with the Gnome, and the Weekly Pint.
Yeah.
And because we're already getting into it, let's just go ahead and start with Barstool Perspective.
Sounds good.
Yeah. From September the 5th, and I called this episode Bret's Jersey Sucks, and he's using a can to hide the fact that he's not taking actual sips.
So you think the sips are fake?
If you look
And
at the way
immediately,
he's drinking from the
his jersey
can,
sucks.
it's just, his jersey sucks. And I don't care if it's Bowling Green, even though they do have Pudge the Cat now, which is freaking adorable. Or if it was the Browns, I didn't look closely enough. It's brown and orange, and those aren't Cincinnati colors.
Isn't it a Peyton Hillis jersey?
Probably. I mean,
Is he okay? Did he die?
I don't. Brett.
Wasn't he
No,
involved?
Brett's fine.
No, Peyton Hillis.
Oh, I don't know.
Did you see that Bills game?
Dude, all the people. I think the best was Josh Allen's post-game interview, like still on the field, where he goes, yeah, there were a lot of people that kind of left early and just have some faith. I'm like, oh, you got called out
Oh, I left early.
by Josh. Yeah.
There was 5 minutes left to go in the game.
And you went, nope.
There was some sort of bad play. I don't remember if it was a turnover or they didn't make first down. I forget what it was. And I was like, this is over. And so I changed the channel. And I just happened to be scrolling through social media like 20 minutes later. And I was like,
They fucking won?
they
What?
did-
Yeah.
I'm like, wait a minute. Did they win?
Apparently so. Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, they did.
Yeah, no, I was dealing with one hell of a fun, either cold or severe allergies because of all the goddamn
COVID.
pollen here, all the above, and I just can't stay up for the game. I'm getting into bed early,
so you're in that territory as well.
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't give up on the game because I just never started watching it.
There you go.
I am.
You can't give up on a game you didn't start.
Yeah, exactly.
Gotcha.
I had faith in
How'd
him the
he play,
whole time.
Julia?
I just didn't watch it. Mm-hmm. This is how you win the Truth Beer Pod NFL Deathmatch Challenge.
Is it?
It is.
Is that coming from last year's winner?
It could be, but
Okay.
we don't have any record of what happened last year, so
we don't.
We can't.
Okay.
Yeah. You know
All right.
what? Since we brought that up,
Oh shit!
it's time.
Forgot about this.
It's week 2. How could you forget? All right, you guys know what that means. It is time for us to pick our Truth Beer and Podsequences NFL Deathmatch Challenge picks for week 2 of the 2025 season.
The deuce.
And what's going to be fun is Gnome couldn't be here tonight. He had other things going on, which, I mean, it's life. It happens. So I don't know if we should call him, if we should make a pick for him, or if we should just say he doesn't pick this week and just no points. We all got a point last week, which is absolutely fantastic.
What if we each picked a team for him and then just picked a number between 1 and 2 and then
that would be
make
funny.
him be stuck with that pick?
Well, we have time to figure that out because this week, Marco, you're picking first.
Oh,
I'm
good.
picking second, and whatever we decide to do for Gnome, that's going to be third.
Okay.
So do you have a team in mind for week 2?
So last week I picked the Raiders, and the Raiders won.
Indeed, they did.
This week the Raiders are playing the Chargers,
Okay.
and I think the Raiders are going to lose, but I'm not picking them because I want to save the Chargers.
Okay. All right. That's fair. Because again, to anyone new to this, we can only pick each team once per season, and we cannot pick the same team as another one of us in the same week. So if Marco did pick the Chargers, I couldn't pick the Chargers. So
I think the Dolphins are terrible, but I don't know if the Patriots are any good either. This is
they're
tough.
kind of on that same wavelength, I feel like.
So I think I need to try and accumulate points at the beginning of the season.
That's your strategy is okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to pick the Bills over the Jets.
Okay. All right. Not bad. I can get behind that. I'm going to go for 2 teams. Well, my pick is a team that lost in week 1, but they're also playing a team
The Ravens.
that lost in week 1. And if I can avoid picking certain teams at all this season, the regular season, I'm going to try my damnedest to avoid picking certain teams because
Like Pittsburgh?
exactly.
Yeah.
32 teams, 18 weeks. I don't have to pick some of these teams.
Right.
Now, if my standing in the challenge is at risk, I might have to completely go against any of my morals and pick one of those god-awful teams.
You can't have morals
right
in this
now,
game,
I
Julia.
know. So this week 2, I'm going with Lions. Lions over the Bears. Yeah.
We'll
see.
The Battle of the Wizard of Oz.
Yes, and I really hope that. The Lions actually signed to the 53-man roster.
Actually,
Jacob
it's not.
Sailors. It's
There aren't
fine.
any Bears
It's
in
fine.
the Wizard of Oz. Except
There
they
could
say
be.
Lions,
They just
Tigers,
don't.
and Bears.
Oh my! Exactly. So
Yeah.
they're there. The Lions signed Jacob Sailors, who was the running back for the Battlehawks. Cause loss. So I'm hoping that week 2 they get their feet under them and.
Wasn't the kicker on the Browns kicking
Schmidt,
for the
yeah,
XFL?
Yeah.
Oh, and he schmid his pants?
Yes. I went. I hope he does well in the NFL, just not during this game. And he met all of my expectations.
Well, yeah.
All right. So how do we want to? The hell is? What are you
Who is
doing
yelling?
here?
Who is yelling?
You said you weren't here. Hold on. Wait. Did you?
I don't like to run. You guys know that. I don't
ran?
like to run. I just
Why
ran
are
it
you here? You
because
said-
I got to make a pick. I can't have you guys doing something stupid.
We could have called you.
Well, yeah. Shit, that would have been way easier. Why didn't you tell me you could do that?
We said it last week. We're
Damn
like,
it.
we'll figure out. We'll send you a text. We'll see you.
Oh
my God.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Well, I'm here. So
Yeah, you are here. You are here. So
I didn't hear what you guys picked, so I'm just going to pick something and hope
Oh,
that
God.
it's not what you guys picked.
we will let you know.
I struggled between two. I had 3 picks. I really liked the Bills this week because the Bills are they're always doing incredible.
Yeah.
Decided against that. Then I was thinking about Baltimore, but I just couldn't bring myself to do that because
Right.
it feels weird.
Marco and I actually just talked about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to go completely different direction, and I'm going to go with the Cardinals.
Okay.
I think they can pull this off this week, and then be terrible later.
All right.
They beat up on the Saints last week, right?
Indeed. I forget who
They
they're
are playing the Jacksonville. No, we're playing
no,
Jacksonville. They're playing Panthers.
Yeah, that's probably
So I think they can do it.
a decent pick.
All right, I gotta go.
All right, cool.
All right,
Oh, you're not
bye.
staying for the rest of the
No. I literally just ran in to do this.
For this? Not even staying for a beer?
Nope.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. All right. Well,
Can you buy a beer on the way out and I'll just drink it?
well, that was amazing.
Okay.
All right, those are we got all of us here. That was great.
Wow,
those
that's
were
amazing.
our picks for week 2 of the TBP NFL Deathmatch Challenge. Shout out to Don Rock the Imposter for the most amazing recorder music in the history of the world and of the NFL. They're 2 different ages, right?
Right,
I guess.
yeah.
Sure. Why not? Okay, so
That's kind of crazy.
all right.
All right.
I'm glad though. I'm glad that we all got to do our picks.
Yeah. Right in the middle of Barstool Perspective.
We hadn't even really started, so I guess we weren't really in the middle of it, but
Can't start something. You can't be in the middle of something you didn't start.
this is true. You can't
Julia
give up on a
just-
game you never started watching.
Just over here spitting.
Well, no, it's I'm trying not to cough on the mic, so
You know
sorry.
what? With what happened in the NFL last week, we don't want any spitting.
No.
Did you see
no,
he was
no, no.
fined $57,000 for that spit?
And did you see the alternate angle where it looked like
Oh, Dak
Dak
spat at
spit
him.
first?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
just
It's
he was
like
just
hitting
smart enough
somebody-
to not do it in front of a ref. Like the ref was literally
Yeah.
right. I don't whatever.
Yeah.
That was week 1. That doesn't matter anymore. I think. Kind of, sort of, whatever.
Yeah.
Yes. And Barstool Perspective, this past week's episode. Any issues with the show are producer Dan's fault. Even though they all fail as a team, producer Dan is the name that goes above any and all issues and failures.
That's leadership right there.
Absolutely. Again, everyone who asked for a mini delay before they started the episode just completely fucked both of them up. Even though last week they did great with just kind of pausing and just BSing a little bit before.
I think
doing
that should be the shtick going forward.
I would
about
love
them
that.
arguing for 15 to 20 seconds.
Yeah, about how they start the show.
About
and
how they
wait.
start.
Oh my God, you guys,
Yeah.
you've got to do it. That would be fan-freaking-tastic. Malort ice cream. I kind of need to try it. I kinda need
I
to
think
try
you
it.
should. Being lactose intolerant, won't even take a chance.
I wonder if it will show up at any local dive bars that may or may not be the largest seller of Malort in the state of Ohio. That would be pretty freaking cool.
I mean, Binsky's has to get it.
I would hope so. I would hope that they're on like the list to get all the special stuff.
Yeah.
Let's see. What else did they talk about? Mike did not know how cows were fed to make flavored ice cream. So Bret
Yeah.
gave him a little bit of education on that, which
Yeah.
was more than I needed to know about feeding cows. But
He
you know
also
what?
let everyone know that you can't milk a male cow.
Ugh, it tastes just wrong. It's not good.
Yeah?
No.
What's it taste
and,
like?
And who was the poor sap that had to find out? Like, oh, I do this to this, but when I do this to that, it is not good.
Not the same thing.
It is not the same thing.
Not the same
at
thing.
all. No,
Nope.
no, definitely not. They talked about Jesus a bit and how they just hit 666 subscribers. And within a day, someone else subscribed, so now they have 667, and the whole thing is ruined.
All right. Well,
I mean, good for them, but at the same time, how amazing would it have been for them to just sit
right there.
at 666?
Yeah.
666
Whoever signed up to make it
subscribers.
667.
You need to unsubscribe. I might have to unsubscribe just to.
need to let a joke breathe.
Yes.
Sometimes you need to lay out.
Yes, absolutely. You know what? Maybe it was producer Dan. Maybe he, from
Fucked
his
it up.
personal account,
Yeah.
was like, "Oh shoot, I never subscribed to this thing that I produced."
From his alternate email address.
They did say at the beginning, all issues are his fault.
Mm-hmm.
Producer Dan,
Producer Dan fucked it up.
you need to unsubscribe.
Yeah.
Fix this this gravitas error. Terrible. They gave some stats on who makes up the draft beer drinkers, which they didn't intend to sound sexist, but it kind of sounded sexist. But then they
Well, I mean, I don't know, Julia. I mean, I don't know how you argue with stats, with numbers.
You can make stats say anything,
Yeah.
anything that you want them to say, which they've even commented on before.
Yeah.
So all of you cis white male boomers, I challenge you.
Not in that category.
There you go. You know what?
Not.
So you are not a part of the draft beer drinking statistic, even though all that we have on the table.
No,
here
I'm
are
not. I'm not part of the misogynistic
Yeah.
statistic interpreters.
Excellent. Very good. Very good. Let's see. Clean your damn draft lines. That can absolutely.
You can put that in the show notes every week. Just
Sure.
clean your
your
draft
draft
lines.
It can make a beer that is supposed to be fantastic absolutely awful.
I've had some of the worst truth from Rhinegeist, not at Rhinegeist,
Mm-hmm.
not from Rhinegeist themselves, but at an establishment where I would go and get a truth,
And be like, this is not.
and this is
What it's supposed
not
to say.
the correct representation.
It's why
of
there
said
are.
beer.
It's why there are some places that if you go to that establishment, you don't order a beer on draft. You get whatever they have in bottles because you don't know that you can trust the draft lines.
If you go to anywhere where the men's toilet is on a riser, just get a bottle of beer. Get a bottle of beer.
All right, that's fair. That is actually really good. What about for the ladies? Because we don't have urinals. What I'm trying to think of what would have to be assigned for women in the. I guess maybe if the sink is balanced or set on risers.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. Either way, just bottles. Bottles and cans in some establishments are
where
aware
you
of
think
that.
you're supposed to put your, the little trash can.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, if it's got a biohazard sign on it, order a bottle of beer.
Apparently, coasters aren't just for throwing. They are apparently one of the biggest marketing tactics at bars, breweries, restaurants.
I was very surprised
It's
by
amazing.
this.
Yeah, I would think that glassware, I love looking at glassware. But this from us recording. I'm always, if there's a stack of coasters on the table, I'm just fidgeting with them. I'm looking at them the whole time.
I used to work for a place that actually made the financial decision to stop ordering branded coasters.
We talked to another GM who has not ordered coasters just because of the expense of them.
Yeah.
But was your situation due to expense, or was it just due to we don't think that they're doing anything?
It was both, right? Because you're willing to pay the money for something that you think you're getting a return on.
Yeah, okay.
So the decision was made to not buy coasters anymore because they felt like they weren't getting a return on them.
I always feel like if I go somewhere and there aren't coasters, I always feel weird about just setting my beer or whatever beverage I have directly on the table, which if they don't have coasters, that's just what you do. But it always just felt a little... And I've never carried around my own coaster for those occasions, but maybe I should.
I have to be honest, and this may be an unpopular opinion, I do not like the reusable silicone coasters. I don't like them. You're missing many of the points of a coaster.
Right.
It doesn't absorb, it just holds.
Yes.
And so therefore, whatever liquid gets into the coaster...
It just pours out
it's just pooling.
Yes.
And there's also, many times, they're just plain, colors, but whatever color it is, primary colors, doesn't matter whatever color it is.
Yeah.
They're not branding.
Right.
So not
because
only...
they were expensive as hell just to get a generic one.
Yeah.
So why would you pay extra to get a branded?
So not
silicone?
only is it not doing the liquid absorption, it's also serving no advertising purpose.
What are your thoughts on the branded cork coasters? They absorb a bit, not as well as the paperboard ones that you're familiar with.
I'm okay with it.
I'm
fine with it
until the condensation. You pick up your drink and the coaster just sticks and then falls off awkwardly, which can happen with paperboard too. It's not a
it does make it look like it's your first day drinking.
Exactly.
Welcome to drinking.
Let's see, what else do we have? Drivers apparently, when looking at, we'll just say a convenience store beverage shelf, the coolers full of drinks.
Yeah.
they cannot tell which drinks are energy drinks and which drinks are alcoholic in nature.
I think that unfortunately there's an intent to mislead there.
Oh yeah, look at that lightning strike.
And if anything, isn't the TTB supposed to be the group that is supposed to stop that?
Because they look at energy drink labels too, right? Or do they get around that by it being supplement and not alcoholic?
I don't know. That might be the case. But
to where, you know what I mean? To where
I don't know. This seems so arbitrary, though.
Yeah.
It seems like a person not using any sort of algorithm
or common sense.
Just
because pure common sense. I don't know. I guess whenever I pick up a beverage that I haven't had before, I look at the label and kind of glance, and sometimes I'll pick up something. Oh, this is a cool looking
don't read, Julia.
Design, and I go, oh, 5% ABV. It is 6 a.m.
That's the time to drink it.
Absolutely. Well, I guess.
People don't read, Julia. I used to work in an environment where people would walk up to something and say, I love this. How much is it? And then I would pick up the actual price sign
that is sitting right
in front of it. And I'd pick it up and I'd point and go, so for this and this is the price.
They were looking for human interaction, Marco.
Well, especially around me.
Exactly. Let's see, where were we? Alcoholic beverages look the exact same as energy drinks, and people just don't read labels. That conversation kind of ended with Mike saying that children should just drink more coffee. Screw the energy drinks, just give everyone coffee.
That's a good idea. Look, if you're let's be honest, folks.
Yeah.
There are some times that, underage kids have an alcoholic beverage. We know it shouldn't happen. Sometimes it does.
Yeah.
Nowhere on a cup of coffee does it say you have to be over a certain age to drink it.
That's true.
It does say, caution, this beverage is hot.
Yes.
It does not say that your brain will not fully develop if you have this prior to a certain age.
And how many super young kids are getting God knows what kind of 15-word drinks at Starbucks and all that kind of thing?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's probably more sugar than caffeine, but
it's more sugar than caffeine.
Yeah.
Which is still bad, but
sure, right.
You feel like, oh, I can't give my kid a coffee because that's caffeine, and yet you'll hand them 2 boxes of Swedish fish and send them to school.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess it's one of those pick your poison, literally kind of situations.
Yeah.
Garage beer update. Apparently, the company is now worth about $200 million. And it may no longer be made anywhere near us.
You know what? That's just proof that if you can make a product, and if you can sell it off to somebody with money, and then hit the right timing with a celebrity endorsement, that you too can make $200 million off of something that is not that great.
Does that play into, or kind of, not counter, but ties a little bit into last week's conversation about, does everyone have a price? You know what I mean? For a while, I think Braxton kind of wanted to keep that bit of ownership. We created this. We still want to be able to brew it, so we still have it as a local option. But once that number gets high enough, I mean, it does give them the opportunity to do more things if they aren't.
Well, I think what it also does.
I don't say stuck brewing garage beer, but I guess it opens other doors for them.
Well, that's
to do
what they wanted.
For sure.
They wanted a separation. I would imagine. I don't know this from anybody. It's not like I talk to
reckless speculations.
Any of the Rouses on
yeah.
a regular basis. Yeah. I think that I would imagine that for a while they were looking for a reason to fully disengage from the brand and move forward themselves. And the brand finally got to a point where they're like, okay, what we can do is we can buy the rest of our shares and move forward, fully separated.
That sounds about right. I mean, again, it was nice having such a nationally known, or mostly nationally known, product be a greater Cincinnati area thing.
Yes.
But that could just
Yes.
be purely... If you live in Montana, something that you don't care that it was made in Northern Kentucky.
Right.
You
But-
know what I mean? You just know that you like it or you don't like it.
What is the trajectory? How long is this a flash in the pan for a time period where the Kelsey brothers, with an adjacency to Taylor Swift, where they're hitting the market right? And is this going to be something that is around for decades, or is this something that is going to be around for the next 4 or 5 years and then it fizzles into non-existence?
With having no statistics, no financial data, without looking into anything at all other than what you just said, I don't think that garage beer is a flash in the pan. But at the same time, especially with so many, not just in Cincinnati, but so many other local to these other cities making a light lager, making a craft local beverage, I think that they are definitely riding the wave of the Kelsey's popularity, the Taylor Swift thing going in, because that all ties together. I think it's going to do very, very well for maybe 5 years, but I don't see that it's going to stay at any type of... I don't think the trajectory is going to keep going the way it's been going for longer than that.
Yeah.
Will it be around in 10 years? Maybe.
What do you have more faith in, Julia, that Tilray is actually going to increase its stock price and then end up being the
A good buy?
the weed drink of choice in America, or that garage beer is going to be around 10 years from now?
Ooh. I think if I had to choose between the two,
That was the question.
yes. I think that I would put more of my money on garage beer still being around than Tilray becoming a behemoth. Which, by the
That's
way,
fine.
my financial advisor reached out to me the other day.
Yeah?
I think he might take me back.
Oh.
He said, "Hey, I was talking to one of my other, financial advisor
I
friends."
didn't know Mike
and was
had put you off at a distance.
No, not my actual financial advisor.
Oh, your actual
Yeah,
one.
the one that got mad at me for cashing out my 401k to buy Tilray stock, and
Yeah,
he
that's a
said
bad
this
idea.
is a very bad idea. And I'm like, no, you don't
That was
understand.
extremely bad idea.
I was told by someone not in the financial industry at all that this is the way to go. Like, this is going, like, it's a long game.
Or an educator of higher learning anymore.
Yes, and the owner of a local craft brewery. They said that it's a good long game.
They're
And
a
we all
best-selling
know-
author
Yes.
for books that are sold at Urban Artifact.
Yes, absolutely, and sometimes Walgreens, at least Mike's books.
Okay.
But yeah, my financial advisor reached out to me the other day and
Paperback
said,
or
"Hey,
hardcover?
paperback,
Paperback.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he went, I was talking to one of my other friends, at another company, and I was kind of telling him about how I couldn't believe that you had not only cashed out your 401k, but also cashed out your HSA to buy nothing but Tilray stock, even though it's still hovering at about $1, and I still have lost way more than I put in. But he thinks that between the two of them, it is possible that I might be able to, if I follow their advice, I might be able to come back and retire when I'm 98.
Okay, very good.
Maybe. They can't promise anything, but
Yeah.
they said there's a chance. It's not
Okay.
a good chance, but there's a chance. So
Did you tell them, here's what you don't understand. I'm going to work until I die.
even then, yes.
And even then,
Yes.
when I'm dead, I'm still going to have to work.
Yeah, I'll probably, yeah.
Going to have to.
So Tyler, Brad, if you guys are listening to this, thank you for the opportunity to make up for my mistakes.
Are they
I'm
West
telling
Siders?
you, I know that Tyler is.
Okay.
I don't know about Brad. But I still want to hold on to some Tilray stuff, just in case. Just in case. You never know.
You never know.
And then the last note that I had for this episode is Gnome's Buzzball consumption has crushed the Labor Day drinking numbers. Buzzball was number 1 in alcohol sales, and we know that Gnome loves him a good Buzzball.
Who's drinking this shit?
Gnome!
I mean,
He wasn't present on the...
who goes to the liquor store
and sees a Christmas ornament sitting on the shelf
Yeah.
and says, I want that.
You need, one of those handheld
You can't carry
baskets.
it. It is so... Yeah.
Like,
You can't carry... Yeah.
what do you, like, I'm.
Gnome just drops them down his pants, and he's like, "No, these
Yeah.
are natural," and just
Right.
waddles out. Yeah.
Who buys that shit? Who buys that shit?
Too many people. Too many people
Do
are
not
buying
get
that
it.
shit. I don't either. I do not
not
either.
get it.
Speaking of not getting it, do you have any other notes before the sip count for this episode?
No. Are we at an hour yet?
38 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're actually doing well. I mean, we've only talked about one show so far.
Yeah, that's all we talked about.
Good God.
And we did the Deathmatch challenge.
We did the NFL Deathmatch challenge. In this episode of Barstool Perspective, Mike took 15 sips, which is awesome. Bret took, it appeared to be 23, even though there were a couple times where the can was at like a weird angle.
So the illusion
of sips, because I've noticed he stopped putting it into a glass to where we can see it. He's had coffee and tea and non-alcoholic stuff on the show before, so if he doesn't want to drink beer on the show, that's fine. He's done it before. But this trying to fake out the audience, to lie to his viewers, I don't know. So we'll see what he does next week and see if this...
I agree. He's genuine
potential
enough to where
trend-
he doesn't have to be fake.
Exactly. But yeah, watch the episode kind of closely, and you'll go, either there's nothing left in that can, or there was never anything in that can to begin with.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is a total of 38 countables, which according to our drinking game, every countable is a 2-ounce sip. If you're not for them, they're not taking 2-ounce
Right.
sips. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So if you're consuming 2 ounces for every 1 sip that they take, that is 76 ounces or 4.75 pints in this 41-minute episode.
Ooh.
Not
A pint
bad.
every 10 minutes?
Uh-huh.
Oh, let's
that's
go.
Doable. That's doable. Might be a bit, I mean, not for me. I mean, look, I have a 12-ounce can of Ghost Pills, and it's halfway gone, and it has been 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I need to step up my game. Is what that
I'm not.
tells me.
I'm not asking. I'm not judging.
I
You
know.
can do whatever you want.
And I will do what I want. I do what I want when I want. And ain't nobody got to tell me otherwise.
What I want.
have
When I
no
want.
idea. All right. Do you want to take a break before we move on, or were you good to just keep on rolling through some stuff?
No, we can take a break.
Take a break. All right. We will be right back. That was probably the most uneventful break that we have had in quite a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've had breaks that have, taken some
45
really,
minutes
really,
plus.
Strange twists and turns.
Yeah. You know what that means? I blame Gnome.
I think what it
He
means.
is a conduit for more than just Cincinnati Craft.
I think what it also means is we're coming due for one of
Ooh.
those strange twists and turns.
Next week is going to be... Is next week Kolsch night, actually? No. Hold, please.
Yes, it is.
It is.
It is, because
So nothing crazy
Tuesday
can happen.
was the 2nd.
Yes.
Tuesday was the 2nd, then today, and then next week's Kolsch night.
So we cannot have any cahoots or kerfuffles or shenanigans next week. It has to be just, we got to be on our game.
Is cahoots with a K or a C?
See?
And kerfuffle is with a K.
With a K, yeah. That's how I've always...
Okay.
That's how I've always done it.
Yeah.
So the 23rd, that will be the day of chaos,
Okay.
potentially.
Maybe something will happen
Yeah.
at Kolsch night. Hell,
Ooh,
2
you know what?
Kolsch nights ago, a whole pack of people I know showed up.
That's true.
Just
yeah.
not even
yeah.
knowing it was Kolsch night.
They showed up because they were like, oh, it looks like Northern Row is open. And they walked
Right.
in like, wait a minute, what do
Yeah.
you mean we can only
Yeah.
get Kolsch? And it seemed like they had a great time.
No, they had a great time.
Fantastic.
They had a great time.
All right.
Because they were, around me. They hadn't seen me in a while. And
right.
they were,
You are the life of the party.
that
You
day.
are the spark.
No, that day. I mean, in that instance, in that day. Put me somewhere else and I'm just Joe Nobody.
You're never Joe Nobody to me.
Oh, thanks.
Yes.
Did you watch that movie, Nobody?
No. Sorry.
There's a Nobody too?
No.
As in the number 2, not
Not
TOO, not
okay.
also.
Oh, not all. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. No idea.
Might watch that tonight.
Sorry.
I don't know.
Go for it.
After Alien Earth.
Oh my God. Oh yeah, that's right. We were supposed to watch that and talk about it. That's why Gnome's not here. He
Well,
did
the other
not
thing
watch
is, what's
Alien Earth.
important to the Patreons is they didn't get that content.
Well, Patreon got that content.
I started listening to. Great job, by the way. I started listening to the public version, and I was like, man, they missed out on all that dialogue.
There was a lot of nonsense happening.
Yeah.
A lot of nonsense happening.
Speaking of,
That's great. Speaking of nonsense,
what's next?
Cincy Brew Dads.
Cincy Brew Dads.
Hell yeah! From the tap, episode 7, Hoppin' Vines. Translucent is a great word, which I agree might not be as good a word as mezzanine. I think mezzanine is an absolutely
That's a great
spectacular
word. That's a great word.
Translucent's up there.
Translucent's a great word.
Translucent is
Mezzanine's
up
a great
there,
word.
yeah.
I don't know if I have a word to offer here to offer up as a candidate, but that those are great words.
If you think of one, just throw it out there.
Okay.
Yeah. They had 2 New England IPA flights, although their second flight, they each went with a non-New England IPA just to kind of mix things up a bit. As kind of with all the episodes. The episodes are a majority of them sipping the beers and then talking about, this is what we have, these are our thoughts, this is what we would rate the beverage. So
you can tell how good of friends they are.
Oh my God, yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
especially
the chemistry
since
is fantastic. The
every
interaction's
time
fantastic.
they get a second flight, they actually serve each other.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like they're reaching over and like, oh, here, you take a sip.
Yeah, you
on
take
more,
a sip.
Which, that takes coordination. We tried that once, and it did not end well.
No.
They are...
And we have pretty good chemistry.
Yeah,
pretty good podcast chemistry. Pretty good,
Is it the chemistry, or do we just not have the motor skills, like the proper motor skills to like...
Might be.
To give someone a drink that they're... Maybe we need straws. Crazy straws if we're going to do that.
We could do that.
Because they did, it appeared, do a swish for one of the beers in this episode.
No more gargling.
No more gargling. Swishing is still okay. And Matt and Ryan, we need to know, is drinking your beer through a crazy straw acceptable? It's something we haven't done yet.
Why would they judge us for that?
I don't think they would. But will that open up the flavor more because of the extra aeration
What if you
that
blow
you're
the
getting?
bubbles? What if you blow? You
could do that too. They've never been able to duck pin bowl there because they keep forgetting to bring their own duck, which that is so easy to remedy. Go to the park.
They're free.
They're free at the park.
They're free. Just
go
pick
to
it
the
up.
park, grab a duck, and go to Hoppin' Vines.
Yeah.
Boom. There's your duck pin bowling lane.
Boom.
No one's going to mess with a lane that already has a duck on it. No one.
I like Hoppin' Vines.
I do too.
Yeah. We went for our birthday.
We did. We went for our birthday. We duck pin bowled because we remembered our ducks.
Yeah. And for those of you who are new to the podcast, first of all, thank you for listening, and I truly appreciate your listenership.
Yes.
When I said we went for our birthday, you didn't mishear that.
No.
Julie and I share the same birthday.
Different year,
same day.
They drank a beer that tasted of a luxurious rug, which was actually a positive description. You might go, oh, that means it was bad. Whoa, wow.
The beer.
Wow.
Luxurious
The carpet really ties the room together.
Yeah.
That's the Big Lebowski. What are you talking about?
That's what I was talking about.
Excellent. When it comes to Trillium, Ryan said, and I quote, "I don't believe the hype."
It's fine.
Did the Trillium beers...
Same, bro.
Did the Trillium beers that they had, though, did that change his opinion a bit? Or is he still going, nah, brah, it's not... Yeah. They're fine beers. Like, they're done well. But yeah, I've never picked a Trillium beer over a local option of that same profile.
Right.
They're fine beers. They're great. But like so many other non-local craft beers, I don't know that they're going to be a mainstay in the Cincinnati craft beer scene for the long term.
Yeah.
But it was interesting to hear them talk about, again, some of those hype beers, hype brands, and their takes on them.
So Hoppin' Vines has duckpin bowling. They have an enormous wine selection. They have 40 beers on tap. And they have, coal-fired pizza oven.
Mm-hmm. When we went for our birthday, Josh got a 16-ounce pour of Maine's Lunch on draft. He was beyond excited. Or didn't they get an option to get the big, big pour?
You can get a big pour.
Yeah.
You can get a big pour.
Which is more than 16 ounces.
More. And you know, if you're a listener to this podcast, we love more.
Absolutely. More is the way to do it.
Yeah.
There was one beer that the both of them drank that they were completely bewildered by.
Yeah.
And to use a word like bewildered, you have to really be unsure about what's going on.
Right.
It kind of makes me want to track this down. I probably should have looked at the tap list to see if it was
Is it the
still there.
watermelon one?
No.
Oh,
it was the one
damn.
before that.
Okay.
Yes.
So I spoiled what's upcoming.
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
Not necessarily. The watermelon, they drank a watermelon beer, which that style beer to have watermelon flavor, risky.
Yeah.
Very risky.
R.I.P. to 21st Amendment also.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
He didn't even talk about it on the Weekly Pint.
No.
It's national news.
Mike and Bret didn't mention it on Barstool Perspective, but, we had other things that we were rabbit holing down,
Right.
so I didn't mention it. But there were 2 beers in their 2 flights that they friend zoned, which I absolutely love that phrase. It's like, it's a good beer, but you know what? I'm not taking it home. It's a friend zone beer.
Wow.
I freaking love that.
That's great.
I love that so much. So thank you to them for just
Good.
creating a new beer category, so to speak.
I love it.
Like it,
I
love it, want some more of it, or it's in the friend zone.
Yeah.
There we go. Josh, that one was for you. Let's see. They each had a different beer for the last taster. And
still, again, serving each other
yes.
the beers.
And it seems that no matter where they go, no matter how many beers they try, Ryan always ends up with antifreeze in his glass. Mm-hmm. Always.
Yeah.
Always.
Friends don't let friends drink antifreeze.
Or they encourage it and feed it to their friends.
Well, that's the other.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the other way to do it.
Indeed, indeed. Those are all the notes that I had on this episode because a lot of the episode is their rating and reviewing of the beers,
My
which
notes
we don't want to spoil
look
that.
exactly the same.
Before we get to the sip count,
Okay.
I do want to provide a clarification for a conversation we had about their last episode.
Do we have
last
imaging
week.
for clarification?
It's on the live streams if you're watching that,
Providing clarification?
They had said in their episode where they went to Esoteric for the 5-year anniversary that Esoteric is the first minority-owned brewery. And we all kind of went, I don't know, I don't think so,
You mean
I don't
like
think so, I
ever?
don't think so. It was a very general statement.
Okay.
And they took severe offense to that. And so I got a screenshot of the article that they pulled that from. There was a Cincinnati.com article that listed Esoteric as the first because Esoteric registered the brewery name in 2013.
Yeah.
By that account, correct. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think for us, and Marco, I'm going to kind of speak for you, but please clarify or please correct me if this is wrong.
Okay.
I think at this table, when we think of the first brewery or like a brewery, statistically speaking, it's when the doors open. Not when it's registered, not when, any money starts to be, raised and funded and all that. It's when the doors open and you can walk in to get a beverage. But again, there are multiple ways you can look at what does the first X mean. Well, if you're looking at it from this side, it's this. If you look at it from this side, it's this other one. So no one's wrong. We just didn't know what direction they were looking at it from. So perfectly fair. So I just want to make sure that
I think unlike nation building, where you stumble upon indigenous people and then plant your flag and kill them all through your Spanish death or whatever it is, and then claim that property as your own. This is much different. This is business.
Sure.
You can register a business name and never sell widget 1. And what counts is when widget 1 is sold. Do the doors open?
But it just brings up that to me, a bit of a gray area that, okay, so say I register, Julia's Amazing Business today.
Yeah.
In 25 years, I finally opened Julia's Amazing Business. Can I say my business is 25 years old?
No.
You know what I mean? Right. And
No.
again, that was the view
You can say whatever you want.
Sure, that's the view that...
Not true.
But that's the view that we were taking, is they weren't open until 2021? 2020.
2020.
2020. I don't know math. It's fine. So that's how we were looking at the first in that scope. So Matt,
Right.
Ryan, you guys were correct. We weren't wrong. We were just looking at it through a different lens. So thank you for expanding our visions and, just giving us a different perspective on how the world can work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's no problem. They got fooled by the internet.
Cincinnati.com. No one trusts that site anyway.
No.
Terrible.
Fake-
I mean, I think they've
fake news.
taken submissions from the Gnome. I mean,
Sad.
you can't believe what that guy writes.
No.
Ever.
No.
The sip count. This is pretty amazing. It was a 32-minute episode.
Yeah, it was.
Okay. Matt took 51 sips. I actually split them apart to see did one of them take more sips than the other.
God, here we go.
Ryan took 50. Because they were pretty. They were pretty.
Because
on it, matching one
they
for
serve
one.
each
Yeah,
other.
Exactly.
Like, here,
Exactly.
they like
That
through
means,
a glass. They're not baby birding or anything.
No. Oh, I don't know if I could watch it if they were doing that.
Guys,
No.
next time.
No. I'm sorry, but I will not be watching that episode of Cincy Brew Dads, and you will have to rely on Marco to recap the episode. That means they took 100 sips in 32 minutes.
Woo,
For
boy.
our drinking game, 200 ounces or 12 and a half pints.
It's 101 sips. 102.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
102.
101 sips,
101 sips.
202 ounces.
ounces.
I told you I don't know math.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, these numbers
I
are
don't,
easy.
unless you give me
I don't
easy
need
numbers.
a calculator. Yeah. So, but still, over 12 pints in 32 minutes. Hell of a good job, guys. Hell of a
I would
good
struggle with that.
job.
I would struggle with the last few.
Yeah, maybe you can keep up with the sip count for the latest episode of Drinking with the Gnome.
Okay.
All right, episode 38, Drinking Raven's Rift at MadTree. It is the newest sway. It is a spirit that has not been seen in sway before, and it opens up all kinds of doors for the future of kind of the sway family.
Yeah.
It sounds like. Brittany and Sean from MadTree were Gnome's guests.
Yeah.
Love hearing from Brittany. I think
Absolutely.
Sean's been on
I don't remember
an
Sean.
episode before, or at least maybe he was mentioned, and that's why his name was very familiar to me.
Yeah, I don't remember Sean.
I don't know. Is MadTree looking for location number 4? If you have an idea of where it should go, send them an email. Reach out to them on social media. I say, you know what, the West Side could use a little more beer in a couple neighborhoods. So come on over, arms wide open. Is the Oakley taproom cozier now that Parks and Rec is open?
What I find interesting is that they don't admit to fully leaning into the pack and play incident of the initial opening of 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
They never had branded pack and plays, which I thought was a miss. They should have done that. But now
that will live on in infamy like forever.
But now this location here at Summit Park, I don't know why there aren't pack and plays.
Yes, rentable pack and plays.
Just rentable pack and plays.
How many people are in your party? Oh, we have 3 adults, 2 children, and we'll need one pack and play.
Yeah, you need a high chair or a pack and
Pack
play.
and play, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still time. They're still new. They're probably still fleshing out some of the details.
Yeah.
But this episode isn't about Parks and Rec.
No.
It is about Sway.
It's about sway.
It is their canned cocktail line, if you're not
Do
familiar.
you even sway, Julia?
All the time, man.
Yeah.
All the time. Not as often as maybe I could, but I sway here and there.
Okay.
This is a sway that Gnome never thought he would see. It is a bourbon highball.
Yeah.
And the can art, the label is absolutely spectacular. They leaned into
Great art, yeah.
the fall beverage and the spookiness of the design and just absolutely crushed it. The flavor profile is a highball with blood orange and maraschino cherry, and it contains New Riff 4-year bourbon.
Sounds
So
great.
It sounds absolutely spectacular.
Yeah. I'll admit, I have swayed, but I will also admit that this has me very intrigued.
Yeah, the Molly Wellman Gin Sway has been my all-time favorite so far.
I'm
so
very
I am
intrigued.
Very
the only thing
excited
about
for
it
this.
is that if it's too sweet,
Right.
I could have one and then probably never go back. But
I mean, they're right across the park.
no, but who knows if it's there?
That's true.
I mean, things.
That's true. That's true.
That's a true Ohio location over there. It's like everything takes 10 years to get over there.
Not wrong. They're walking it up from Hyde Park.
Yeah.
quickly. Yeah. They talked about how they picked the added flavors, the maraschino cherry and the blood orange. They still wanted the bourbon to be the main character of this drink, but also give it, like for people that have never had a highball, for people that want to get into bourbon but think they have to drink it straight in order to understand it, they're like, let's find that perfect beverage. Everyone knows about old fashions.
Highball, much
Highballs
different than
are-
speedballing. Just
yes,
saying.
Yes, absolutely is.
Yeah.
They actually rolled the barrels of bourbon through the tap room.
That's awesome.
That is fantastic, and man, I would have
As
loved
somebody
to have
who
seen
has
that.
rolled barrels, I think
have
that's awesome.
not rolled a barrel, but I have seen them rolling on the tracks at Buffalo Trace, which is amazing, but also terrifying. Like one wrong bump or something, and that barrel's careening into the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that is absolutely
Some
spectacular.
robot talk.
Yes, but before that, when they emptied the bourbon barrels for
Yeah.
the sway, they're like, man, we have these great barrels with this great bourbon that was in it. The barrels are wet. We need to do something with this.
Yeah.
There is going to be a barrel-aged Axis Mundi at some point in the future.
Very excited.
Which is going to be amazing, and potentially a couple other smaller projects that involve said bourbon barrels.
Yeah.
Which
That's great. Bring June back, damn it.
Oh my God, that would. You know how many people's heads would explode if they brought back June?
2 at this table.
Well, yeah. But then who would do the podcast?
Actually, 3 at this table.
That's true. Normally 3 at this table.
Well, we're counting heads, Julia.
God damn it. Oh, I should have known. I should have. Man, I am just off.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen,
I
and
am
good
just
night.
off of my game today. Good God. They talked about what they're excited about in craft beer, because you can't talk to MadTree without talking a bit about craft beer.
Right.
Bringing light lagers into craft beer, which I would agree with. I think that is something that is...
I do agree, but I don't know why it's such a newsworthy story. The biggest beer consumed across the entire world is lager, light lager.
But this is kind of the David taking down Goliath. There is now a local option, a smaller option. You don't have to buy the big beer.
It's just David and Goliath. It's not David versus Goliath. The Goliath is still winning.
That's true. That's true.
Far and away, still winning by Goliath volumes. You're just snipping at the ankles of Goliath. However, there are options. So
That's true. That's true. Will MadTree ever distill?
no.
Not until they buy back 1.0 and make that their distilling facility.
Yeah.
It could happen.
I'm not saying
it could happen.
I said no.
Mm-hmm.
I think chances are slim. That doesn't mean the chance is 0.
Right.
I think
it could happen. It could happen.
certainly could happen, and they could build a facility or take over a facility, and do great work at distilling. But yeah, I think for now they're not.
They're good. Yeah. Instead, they're looking for that 4th and 5th location. Allegedly, potentially. My reckless speculation.
Reckless speculation.
Because again, always have the conversation. It can't hurt to have the conversation.
Well, and that's the other thing, is that if we phrase it looking for, if you have the conversation, are you looking for? Like if someone approaches you and you have the conversation, does that mean you're looking for, or does that just mean you're open to options?
I think it just means you're open to options.
That's more of what we're saying.
Fair. Okay, yes.
More of what we're saying is, I don't know if they're actively out there seeking the next.
Right.
However,
but if an opportunity presents itself that they go, this would be a perfect fit,
they're
going to entertain it.
They're going to
at least,
entertain it. They're going to listen.
Absolutely. And then, as you brought up a little earlier, we finally have an update on the name status of MadTree's robot.
Yeah.
If you disagree with this potential name, reach out to MadTree or Gnome with your robot suggestions.
Just reach out to Gnome.
Yeah, he'll be the conduit to MadTree.
Yeah, don't bother
MadTree. And get some Raven's Rift sway, because it sounds absolutely spectacular, and who knows, depending on how things go, maybe, next week's Kolsch night. That just screws everything up. I was going to say maybe next week we get some, but no. The week after that, which will cause the chaos.
Yeah.
That we've
maybe
been
by
missing.
then it'll be across the park.
That's true. That's enough time.
Yeah.
Perfect. The sip count for this episode, because it was on video, podcast and video.
Yeah.
This is the number of sips that you could tell the cans of Sway were actually making it to lips.
Gnome was the only one drinking, by the way.
And you did not see a single sip that he took.
Yeah.
There were no visible sips in this episode.
This episode must
Drinking
have been...
with the Gnome with no visible drinking.
It also
I'm
must have
telling
been recorded very early in the day because you could hear the garage doors opening and squealing, like the unlocking of the garage
even
doors.
Just the light
opening.
and everything. It was one of those, okay, this is first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
And Brittany and Sean were just like, we are not. No, it's too early for this. We have a whole work day ahead of us. Yeah, super excited about the newest in the Sway lineup.
Yeah.
And yeah, we will tell you about it once we try it and give you our thoughts and opinions and probably make up some stuff about it because that's just
maybe it'll
what
show
we
up
do.
here at High Gravity. Who knows?
That would be cool. Hey, Jason. Yeah. Just say Jason.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nope.
We could write it on the board.
We could.
Why don't we do that?
We can do that.
We can do that when we're done with the episode.
Yeah.
Because the last thing we have to talk about is the Weekly Pint, which we don't have a lot to talk about, even though the episode
TWP.
was 51 minutes long. This is episode 278. TWP, you know, Gnome.
Gnome.
Who has never once said, you know me.
No.
Complete and utter failure of playing upon.
He's doing that on
upon
purpose, right?
He probably is.
Yeah.
What a jerk. Episode 278, it's pumpkin season.
Is it?
Maybe the weather. Okay, so there was an interesting conversation about seasonal drinking depending on the weather.
Yeah.
You know, are there beers that you can drink year-round? Absolutely. But do sometimes those beers taste better when it is crisp and cool outside versus 90 degrees? Absolutely. Absolutely. There are some beers that are absolutely spectacular any time of year, but when they're in their season's prime, there's just something extra about it. I love it. Gnome was feeling some feelings. There was a lot of chaos going on.
Yeah.
The cameras continuously needed to be adjusted and focused and all that. And he just
lighting was being, adjusted and changed.
So he just kind of went, you know what? This is a good thing. This is not a show because it's not what the kind of quality he would want to put out for a show.
Yeah.
We did have a schnappening with an actual schnapp.
We had a schnappening.
We had Zierbens, yep. And then there
Zierbens
was...
is a little bit of a crush for the schnappening.
Which is fine.
Totally
it's
fine.
Perfectly fine.
Totally fine.
Perfectly fine.
I want one.
I do too. I guess we have to get in the truck and go to party stores or something.
we gotta do that.
Maybe we can do that
Maybe
next.
after Colts night.
Ooh, we'll be kind of close. Yeah.
Yeah. Get in the truck.
All right.
Go get some schnapps.
And then there was an Oktoberfest Quest with, I think, the most unfair pairing to date. Gnome even said that. That's not just us bitching and complaining.
No, it's an unfair pairing.
Grainworks versus West Side.
Yeah, we all know how that went.
Oh, my God. I mean, yeah. But still, the fact that those two were put against each other.
Yeah. That's pretty sinister.
What I don't understand is he was upset about it. He makes the pairings. He very easily could have been like, nope.
Oh yeah.
Nope, no.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna separate things.
Actually, what I think, now I don't know. I don't happen to know. I don't claim to know how he decides on the pairings, but there should be a randomizer.
Yeah. But as the owner of the Oktoberfest Quest, he should also be able to look at said bracket, whether it's randomized or not, and go, no, I am not pairing these beers together. You know what
I don't know. You can dig into the randomizer. You just and actually,
it's kinda hands off,
I don't
sure,
see why that couldn't be actually another layer of the bracket challenge.
That's true.
Is the randomizer?
Yeah. I mean, with AI, you can make that super easy.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have to create his own brackets anymore.
No.
AI will do it for him.
Yeah.
Excellent. And then we got a couple of label approvals. The most interesting one was a dry hopped Dilsna.
Yeah, the Dilsna.
The Dilsna?
Bring in the Dilsna.
Yes. Which, I'll try it. I don't understand the style of a Dilsna, but I'll try it. Why not? The show was complete and utter chaos, and
It's the D's.
a lot of D's,
It was bringing the D's.
lots of D's, and
D's,
yeah,
Nilza.
we never say that you should not watch a show that we talk about, because you need to watch and support
Correct.
all the content creators.
Yes.
But I will say that there were a lot of non-speaking moments in this show where Gnome was trying to get the camera right, get the lighting right, figure out why things weren't pulling up on the screen correctly. So it was more of a almost peek behind the technical curtain of how he tries to set things up for the show.
Yeah.
So in that aspect, very, very, I don't want to call it exciting, but I enjoyed it because it was, this is what things look like for him. This is what the board looks like if he doesn't have the camera angled correctly or this or that. So if you want a bit of a behind the scenes of what Gnome deals with every single Monday around 9:30-ish on YouTube and Facebook, this is absolutely the episode for you to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. We did have a sniff and a sip count.
Okay, good.
For the episode, which is
Of course we did.
fantastic. He took a 40 sniffs.
Wow.
He really dives into the Oktoberfest beers. So
Yeah,
there's
he does.
There is a lot of
Yes.
olfactoriness going on.
Yeah. Yeah. He. This is important shit.
Absolutely,
And so
yeah.
he
He
does
does it
his
right, yeah.
diligence.
And then only 14 sips, which makes me think, is the aroma of the beer almost more important than the taste? Because everyone knows smell plays such a huge part in flavor. So maybe that explains the discrepancy there.
Yeah.
But that means in this 51-minute episode, there were 54 total countables. That is 108 ounces or 6.75 pints
Yeah.
in this episode.
Nice.
Yeah, nice.
Doable.
Speaking of nice, it has been about an hour, and I still have maybe a third of this non-alcoholic Pilsner.
Yeah.
I'm going to drink some more of it again, and Marco, just do some random talking while I do that, and I'll let you know how the flavor has changed.
Brings up actually a correlated question. So for those who have, unfortunately, zero taste after COVID-19, which I'm familiar with a few people who have, is it more that your olfactory senses have been altered or negated, or is it because your actual taste buds themselves, your tongue, what is on your tongue?
I think it's the smell.
And that's what I think is that you can't taste foods or appreciate foods in that way. I would imagine somebody who's in let's say the mixed martial arts or boxing, somebody in these combat sports who's had their nose broken over and over and over again. I would imagine that they experience things the same way, where you can't smell and taste and appreciate food or beverages the same way because of your olfactory senses being
absolutely.
just totally pounded.
So this, it's still chilled. It's not like room temperature or anything.
This doesn't smell great.
It definitely has a little more of a slightly skunked quality than I think any other beverage has as it gets warm. And this could be because I'm still getting over a cold as well, but it's
fine.
Still not terrible, right? It's
fine, actually.
But again, for a 12-ounce can, you're going to be going through this faster than what I typically do.
Yeah, it's
I'm
fine.
doing
The
more
problem
talking
is
than
that
drinking.
Alcohol
Helps
is a
retain,
vessel.
Right.
Alcohol is a vessel where things are soluble.
It's a preserver in a way. Yeah.
And so there are tastes and flavors. There's a certain, I would imagine, at even a small level, viscosity.
Sure.
So it brings a lot to the table, and when it's not present, it's
all
just,
those things are.
You just miss it. Now, what I would say is, for anybody who can't partake, this is a wonderful time to be alive.
Oh, God,
because of all of the advancements and the nuances that have gone into these products. We've come a long way from an old duels. We've come a long way from a Sharps. These are leaps and bounds better.
I think
the problem is that you're paying the same or more for those experiences, and for those who actually can't partake, maybe that's worth it to you.
Sure. I still think that the NA Guinness is probably the best NA beer out there, and that's been around for a while.
A few years.
That's brand new.
Several years. Guinness Zero and Heineken Zero came out almost exactly the same time.
Yeah. But this is, if you're looking for non-alcoholic and you're looking for local, this is probably one of the best ones that has been put out.
Yeah.
And it's in distro, so that helps as well.
Yeah.
A lot of them don't really make it to that there just because it's not easy to do an NA correctly.
Yeah.
To where it has that same taste. So, Rhinegeist, as I knock over my mic, cheers to you. Cheers to Rhinegeist for taking on the task of trying to work on providing their own non-alcoholic option.
I think this is also
this
a big affirmation for the company that is making this for them.
Yes.
The technology that they are owners of.
Yes.
Is making a product that is
acceptable to beer drinkers.
Yeah.
Good job all around.
Cheers.
Cheers indeed. With that being said, I guess, Marco, do you have anything else you wanted to bring up before we wrap this up and either run around in the park or who knows? I don't know. Are we doing stuff?
Yeah, we're doing stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get in the truck?
Get in the truck.
Gonna get in the truck. All right. Maybe you guys will hear about us getting in the truck. You never know.
You never know.
All right. Well, with that being said, thank you to everyone for your listenership. We really appreciate you spending your time with us. You can't get your time back, as Marco is always very apt to say. So we appreciate you giving us every minute that you spend with us. If you like what we did, go to truthbeerpod.com. Links to everything that we do, including social media, which we're not very good about, but it's out there.
No, we don't.
But the important link out there is our Patreon. You can sign up to get unedited episodes. That means the only things that I cut out are the silences for when we go get another beer, because no one needs 5 to 45 minutes of dead air.
Yeah.
I keep threatening Patreon that I'm going to do that one of these days and just leave it all in.
Let's do this.
Yes.
I know we were joined a couple weeks ago for our 4-year podiversary.
Yep.
If a Patreon member shows up and hangs out with us, Truth Beer Pod will buy you a beer. One beer.
Okay.
Your first beer.
Okay.
If a Patreon member shows up.
All right. I like it. Well, with that being said, Marco,
Julia,
what are you going to be doing next Tuesday?
I think we're doing this, and then it's Kolsch night.
Kolsch night. So we'll be rushing through another episode, and it'll be great. It'll still be fun.
Should be great.
Maybe-ish.
Oh, to us it'll be great.
Yeah, to us it'll be great.
I mean,
you guys,
maybe not, whatever. We'll see.
We'll see you there. Cheers.
Cheers.